Well, I tell you, that 40-8 Philadelphia victory at Candlestick Park, worst defeat by the 49ers at home since 1980. And just goes to show you, man, right now, teams with the lack of depth and everything can't overcome major injuries in the offensive line. And they tell me there's some, Steve Young was really hot. They yanked him out the game because Seifert thought he was getting killed. Now, with many former Saints players from around the country in town this weekend, Kenny Trahan had a chance to ask the Saints of yesteryear about how the NFL has changed, for better or worse.
The 1967 Saints, the first Saints team ever. Wait a minute. Those are the 94 Saints in their 67 throwback uniforms. These are some of the former Saints in town for the annual Alumni Weekend. While the uniforms are the same, the ex-players feel they'd have a hard time filling the newer duds.
I think the size and speed is probably more recognizable than anything. They're big. I don't know. I thought I was big. We got some big kids out here.
You look at the guys on the offensive line, guys win 300, 3 1/4, 310. During my time, you have to weigh 250, 260. You know, that was the Hank Stram days and stuff. You couldn't weigh that amount. They wanted you to lean and mean.
Well, the linemen, the linebackers, the defensive linemen, you know, you got defensive linemen that's running 4.5. And at the time when I played cornerback with the Saints, I was running 4.5, and that was a pretty good speed at that time. But now you got linebackers running 4.5 and 4.4.
While today's NFL players are obviously bigger and perhaps faster overall, they may not be tougher.
Yeah, I think we were a tough motley group, you know, and I think we're possibly more physically fights and all that, you know, get a little bit more PO'd off at one another, and they might be a little bit more disciplined today than we were, you know. We might have accidentally kicked somebody or leg whipped somebody in a part of their anatomy that they might not like, or grab them, you know what I mean, Ken, and all that jazz.
There was no such thing as a hangnail being a 2-week injury. I mean, you played because they had a saying, you know, if you leave your helmet on the field, somebody will pick it up, and the jobs were hard to find. So sometimes I get a little bit annoyed at some of these guys that are making the dollars they're making, and they get a little groin pull or this pull or that pull, and they say, oh, well, I can't go this week. That just didn't happen when I played.
The other primary difference in the game today revolves around the player's billfold.
And my first contract for the Detroit Lions was $16,000. And I thought, you know, that was more money than I'd ever seen before. I don't know. Today, I was a fifth-round draft choice. Today, fifth-round draft choice, I don't know, 300,000 or 400,000. We had Falcons and Chevettes, and they've got Mercedes and, you know, Formula Ones. And
too bad, Kenny. I didn't have a mother come over from the old country later, and I'd be playing now, you know, whatever, and making, you know, a couple million a year, and I'd retire, and I'd sponsor you, and we'd have our own TV show.
Could the players of yesteryear compete with the players of today?
I think I could for one play. No, seriously, I think I could compete.
Oh, yeah. Any day, anytime. I think the guys I play with are just as meaner, you know, and just as tough.
Some of them could. I mean, you take guys like Atkins and Bill George and Fortunato and Pettibone and some of these guys, I mean, they could play.
Well, it's obvious talking to all of the former players that the players of today are bigger, might be a little bit faster. They certainly make more money. Are they better? That question is for you to debate forever. For Hey Buddy D, I'm Ken Trahan.
All right, Kenny, thank you very much. And we're going to put that question to Billy Kilmer, the first Saints quarterback ever, and, of course, the guy who eventually took the Washington Redskins to the Super Bowl. We'll be joining Billy in a moment. First, remember, with all the action and the new rules in the NFL, a lot of action in most of the games, week in, week out. That's why your box has got to be stock full of your fridge has got to be stock full of box all the time. Even those two college games last night on television, Colorado, Texas, and Alabama and Georgia last night. Man, I went through so many box, I don't know how many. Hey, but it tasted good. We'll be back with Billy Kilmer when Hey Buddy D continues after this.